Dear students, today I am going to continue the leftover part of hydrocarbon. Let's start. First of all, we are going to study what do you mean by unsaturated hydrocarbon and try to know one thing about the saturated hydrocarbon, and first part you can get in first video, unsaturated hydrocarbon. Now, as you know that there are two types of hydrocarbon. First one is saturated hydrocarbon and another is unsaturated hydrocarbon. About saturated hydrocarbon we had already discussed. That's why today I am going to discuss about unsaturated hydrocarbon. Now first we'll try to know what do you mean by unsaturated hydrocarbon. Let's write such such type of such type of hydrocarbon which consists double or triple covalent bond, double or triple covalent bond between the carbon atoms, between the carbon atoms is called unsaturated hydrocarbon. Already we had studied that if there is single covalent bond between the carbon atoms, then its name is alkane, and it is under which type of hydrocarbon? Saturated hydrocarbon. Saturated hydrocarbon. That already we have studied. But if there is double or triple covalent bond between the carbon atoms, then if there is double, then that is alkene, and if there is triple covalent bond between the carbon atom, then it is alkyne, and both this alkene and alkyne are under unsaturated hydrocarbon, under unsaturated hydrocarbon. That we have to understand. Now, further more thing about the unsaturated hydrocarbon I am going to discuss with you about the alkene and alkyne. Now we are going to study about alkene and alkyne, which are the types of unsaturated hydrocarbon. The first of all, now we are going to study about alkene. 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 Now what do you mean by alkene? The alkene is unsaturated hydrocarbon which consists double covalent bond between the carbon atoms. So let's write about alkene. Such type of unsaturated hydrocarbon, unsaturated hydrocarbon which consists a double covalent bond between the carbon atoms, between the carbon atoms is called alkene. Now further about the examples, what is the general molecular formula, about that all these things now we are going to discuss. Now what is the general molecular formula? General molecular formula of alkene. Keep this thing in mind. This is very important. General molecular formula of alkene only. We are going to write. What is the general molecular formula? CnH2n only. Of alkane, already I had told CnH2n plus 2. Now here, in case of alkene, CnH2n, and in case of alkyne, CnH2n minus 2. I will discuss about those things later on also. First of all, we are going to study about alkene. The first of all, about definition we have written. After that, general molecular formula we have discussed. Now, some examples we are going to write. Some examples of alkene. Some examples. On the basis of this only we can write some examples. Let it be first one, ethene. Then its molecular formula. What will be the molecular formula? Eth means number of carbon atom will be how many? 2. Then put here value of 2. C2H 2 into 2. Then how much will be? C2H4. This is ethene. In the same way, further we can write more. Propene. Let it be propene. Then prop means how many carbon? 3 carbon. Meth means 1 carbon. Eth means 2 carbon. Prop means 3 carbon. But means 4. Pent hex. After that you know well. Now here C3H 3 to the 6 to C 3 to the 6. Means whatever the number of carbon atom will be, after that double that atom number of atom will get the hydrogen atom, etc. Now I am going to make first 10 alkenes. First 10 alkenes one table. For that we have to make table like this way. That table is very important. Some I will make, after that rest remaining you should feel yourself. If any type of obstacle you will get, you can discuss with me. First of all, related to alkenes we can write alkene. After that, molecular formula, structural formula, condensed formula. There we can write the first one, alkene become. This is first 10 alkenes. Table of first 10 alkenes. The alkene become. After that, here molecular formula become. That we can write by following the general molecular formula, that is CnH2n. After that, we will write the structural formula. After that, condensed formula. Now first one, in alkene we will start from ethene. Then here eth means number of carbon atom how many will be? 2. C2, then H4. Now structural formula very easy. Carbon how many atom? 2 atom. Then put here carbon 2 atom. And in between the carbon atom, which type of bond should be? Double covalent bond. Because in alkene already we have studied that there is presence of double covalent bond between the carbon atoms. Now how many hydrogen atom? 4 hydrogen atom. We can show those 4 hydrogen atom. This is ethene one structural formula. Now condense, in one carbon atom how many hydrogen atom are there? 2. Then CH2. Again in another carbon how many hydrogen atom? 2 hydrogen atom, means CH2. Common name also we can write. Common common name. In common name, if there is ethene, then LYNE. If you write, then that will be the common name of ethene. Common name, if you want to write common name, then common name will be ethylene. Means here see YL extra we are adding. ETHENE already there is. YL in the middle, if we add, then that will be the common name of this ethene, which is ethylene. Very easy. 2 number. In the same way, propene. Then here C3 double do now. 3 then double of 3, 6. Now here 3 carbon atom. Now anywhere you can put the double bond. Suppose if I put here, doesn't matter, then another bond will be single. And every carbon must follow the tetracovalent nature. That means 4 bond every carbon should contain. Now here see, 1 hydrogen, another hydrogen, another. Means here see how many bond? 1, 2, 3 and 1, 4. Now here see 2 already become, and 1, 3, 1. Either up or down you can put. 2 already become, 3 and 4. Now condensed formula. In this one carbon atom, how many hydrogen? 3. The CH3. And in this carbon, how many? Only 1 hydrogen, and here 2. Means starting from here, CH3. After that CH, and here CH2. This become condensed formula. And common name, as I had told earlier, YL. In the same way here, prop. Before E and E, YL. A prop, YL. Propylene. This become common name. CN means what here? Common name. After that, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 10 you can write on. Another I am writing the same way, bute, ENE, butene, C4H8. Now here you can write the structural formula, very easy. C, how many carbon? 4. Anywhere you can put the double bond. Suppose if I put here single. Now here this carbon has 4 bond. Now here see 2, 1, 3, 1, 4. Here 2, 1, 3 already 1, 4. Now see. Now see, hydrogen is 8 or not, once count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now its condensed formula will be CH3. With this carbon, how many hydrogen atom? 3. CH, and CH3. In the same way, you can write other also. You write, if any type of problems, you can ask me. Now, after that, this is the table of first 10 alkenes here. Now, after alkene, now we are going to discuss about alkyne. Now, first, let's write what do you mean by alkyne. The alkyne is also dear. It is also unsaturated hydrocarbon, but it contains triple covalent bond between the carbon atoms. That only we are going to write alkyne. Such type of unsaturated hydrocarbon which consists a triple covalent bond between the carbon atom. Carbon atoms is called alkyne. Now, about the general molecular formula of alkyne. What will be? CnH2n minus 2. In case of alkane, what we have written? CnH2n plus 2. After that, removing the two hydrogen atom, CnH2n. And at last, here in case of alkyne, CnH2n minus 2. Moving towards other one, other matter of alkyne. Some examples, let's write. Some examples, alkyne. Ethyne. Since in case of alkene and alkyne both started from eth, because in case of meth, the bond of carbon is not fulfilled. The bond of carbon is not fulfilled. Just take example no. In case of, if we write methane, suppose in case of this the example of alkene, methane, then CnH2n, alkene one general molecular formula. Then here N become, in case of meth carbon atom how many? 1. C1H2 become, that means CH2. Now dear, try to understand, is there bond of carbon fulfilled? No. With carbon here 2 hydrogen only become, still 2 bonds are left. That's why there is no such any compound as methane. In the same way, there will be no any compound as methane. Because here also CnH2n minus 2 means if carbon atom 1 will be, then 2 into 2 minus 2, that means CH, 2 2s are 4, 4 minus 2, then what will be? CH2. 2 number of carbon atom 1, not 2, it's 1. The 2 into 1 means 2, 2 minus 2 means how much? 0. Means there is no any hydrogen atom. And carbon there is single only, means there is no such compound available. That's why neither methane is possible. Now ethyne molecular formula what will be? C2, because eth means carbon atom how many? 2. C2H, 2 into 2 means 4, 4 minus 2, 2. C2H2. This is ethyne. And what will be the structural formula? About structural formula I will show you later on in the table. In the same way, propyne, then here C3H, what will be? 3 to the 6 minus 2, then 4. Put here 3, then 3 to the 6 minus 2, 4, etc. And table of first 10 alkynes in the same way as we have made in case of alkene, in the same way here also we will make alkyne. Table of first 10 alkynes. Few I will make, other you make yourself. You will not get any type of obstacle. These matters are quite easy. Here this become alkyne. After that, here molecular formula. Now structural formula. Now condensed formula. Now let's write first alkyne. Ethyne. Now its molecular formula C2, its general molecular formula all you know, CnH2n minus 2. Alkyne one. First 10 alkynes. One table we are going to make. Table of first 10 alkynes. C2 n value put, 2 will be then C2H, 2 into 2, 4 minus 2 will be then what will be? 4 minus 2, C2H2. Now here triple covalent bond. After that 2 hydrogen. Now condensed formula, here CH. There is triple covalent bond between the carbon atom. This become ethyne. And its common name is acetylene. Acetylene. Now second, 2 number, after eth, propine C3H6. 6 will be not. See why? Because here 3 become, then 3 2 is 6, 6 minus 2, 4. C3H4. Structural formula what will be? Now between the carbon atom anywhere you can put one triple covalent bond and remaining single. Now here 3 already become, then 1 hydrogen, 4 bond become of this carbon. This carbon 3 this side and 1 this side. 3 1 4 already become. Now here to make 4 bond, 1 2 3 and 1 here 4. Now this carbon is also become tetracovalent, this also. And condensed formula you can write CH, and between this C triple covalent bond, and after that CH3. 1 2 3 4 become, isn't it? And at last CH3. Here CH. After that, between the carbon triple covalent bond, CH here become CH 1 2 3. C, between the C single bond, here is triple, isn't it? Here is triple, here is not triple, here is single. Now here is one hydrogen atom H. The H, CH or HC we can write, doesn't matter. Triple covalent bond, okay, CH3. This is condensed formula. In the same way, its common name we can write. Here acetylene become, here aniline become, aniline, ALLYLENE. Third one, now ethyne become, propane become butane, butyne, butane. Here C4H, what will be? 4 2 is 8, 8 minus 2, 6. Now here let's make the structural formula. How many carbon atom? 4 carbon atom. Anywhere we can put the triple covalent bond. Rest remaining single. Here 1. Here 4 become 4 bond, 3 already here and 1 4. Here 3 1 4. Now what will be? HC again C. Now between this carbon triple, again C. After that 1 2 3 again C, last CH3, and with this CH2. Here you can put CH2, CH3 in this way. Further you can write other one also in the same way. Common name of butane you can write crotonylene. In the same way you can make this table of first 10 alkynes. Now we are going to discuss another matter about the common system of nomenclature. Now we are going to discuss this about unsaturated hydrocarbon, about alkenes and alkynes. We have finished. Now we are going to study another topic, that is common system of nomenclature. Common system of nomenclature. Common system of nomenclature. Nomenclature means process of giving name. Now under this common system of nomenclature, what things we have to keep in mind? First of all, there are certain rules that we should follow in order to name any hydrocarbon. The first of all, the root of the hydrocarbon, the root of the hydrocarbon should be written. First of all, the root of the hydrocarbon should be written. And how you can write the root? By counting the number of carbon atom. First of all, root of the hydrocarbon should be written by counting the number of carbon atoms. By counting the number of carbon atoms. Like if carbon atom 1 will be, then what will be the root? Root will be meth. If the carbon atom 2 will be, then what will be root? Eth. If carbon atom 3 will be, then what will be root? Prop. If carbon atom 4 will be, then what will be the root? But. If carbon atom 5 will be, then what will be the root? Pent. If carbon atom 6 will be, then what will be root? Hex. If carbon atom 7 will be, what will be root? Hept. If carbon atom 8 will be, then what will be root? Oct. In the same way, if carbon atom 9 will be, then what will be root? Non. If carbon atom 10 will be, then what will be root? Dec. Up to this much you should know. The first rule, first of all, the root of the hydrocarbon should be written clearly by counting the number of carbon atoms. If there is number of carbon atom only one, then we will write first of all meth. Now another matter that we should write and we should know before naming the nomenclature, that means naming the hydrocarbon, is after that the prefix prefix or suffix, try to understand. Pre means already one, earlier one. Suffix, after that suffix should be added. Suffix should be added by seeing the nature of bond. By seeing the nature of bond. Now about this, here I am writing. Again try to understand. After that suffix means after this root, suffix we will add. Okay, the suffix will be either a and e. If single bond, if there is, then a and e. If there is double covalent bond between the carbon atom, then e and e will be. If there will be triple covalent bond between the carbon atom, then suffix will be y and e. There are three types of suffix that we will write in the nomenclature. If there is nature of bond, and after that suffix, nature of bond, and what above suffix we will add. If nature of bond, if there is single covalent bond means between the carbon atom, if there is single covalent bond, then suffix will be a and e. Now if there is the double covalent bond between the carbon atom, then suffix will be e and e. Or if there is triple covalent bond between the carbon atom, then suffix will be y and e. Or if suffix is given y and e, then there will be a triple covalent bond between the carbon atom. If there is suffix e and e, then while showing the structural formula, there should be one double covalent bond between the carbon atom. And if there is a and e suffix, then we should know that there must be single covalent bond between the carbon atom. Means vice versa. Means from the given chemical name, we can write the molecular formula, we can write the structural formula, and if there is given structural formula, then from there we can write the IUPAC name of certain hydrocarbon. That's why first of all the root we should know by knowing the number of carbon atom. If carbon atom 1, meth in the same way other, and after that suffix we should add by seeing the nature of bond present between the carbon atom. What is the nature of bond present between the carbon atom? That helps to determine the suffix. These are the two rules through which simply we can name any hydrocarbon. Just take example, we can take the example also. Suppose if this hydrocarbon is given, and if we have to write the IUPAC name, then how we can write? How we can write the IUPAC name? Follow these two formula. The first of all, how many carbon atom there are? 2 carbon atom 2. Then what will be the root? Eth. We are writing the IUPAC name. Eth, because carbon atom how many there are? 2. After that, suffix we should add. Suffix should be added by seeing the nature of bond. Now nature of bond, there is double covalent bond between the carbon atom. This double covalent bond. Then what will be the suffix? ene. Become very simple. And if this IUPAC name will be given, then how you can write the structural formula? That also one example I will show you. Yes, it is very easy. Now if propine given, doesn't matter, propine, then prop means, here see, how many carbon atom? Prop, how many carbon atom? 3. Then put 3 carbon atom. And here YNE, already I have told that if there is YNE, then which type of nature of bond will be? Triple covalent bond between the carbon atom. Only one triple covalent bond, other single become. Now already I have told that between the carbon atom we must fulfill 4 covalent bond. Each carbon must be tetracovalent. Here 3 already become 1, 4. Here 3, 1, 4 already become here 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 4. Now prop means how many carbon? 3 carbon. YNE, triple covalent bond. This is propane. Here 3, 1, 4. Here 3, 1, 4. Means C3H4 become. C3H4. This is only propane. In this way we can write from chemical name, IUPAC name, we can write the structural formula, and from the structural formula we can write the IUPAC name. This is all about the common system of nomenclature. Now we are going to discuss homologous series. Now another matter that we are going to discuss today is homologous series. Now what do you mean by homologous series? Just first of all take example in order to understand this homologous series. Suppose CH3OH. I will tell you what is this. This become methyl OH, hydroxyl group, that is functional group of alcohol, methyl alcohol. CH3CH2OH, ethyl alcohol. CH3CH2OH, propyl alcohol, etc. So these all are organic compound. The homologous series means what? Such type of organic compound having same functional group. See here, this is functional group of alcohol. This is functional group. The functional group of alcohol OH having same functional group. See, in all these compounds the functional group are same, but see here chain length is what? Different. Its chain length is different. Small chain, here big chain length, here more bigger chain length. So this type of compounds you can call it homologous series. Means, so what do you mean a homologous series? Homologous series is a group of organic compound having same functional group but different chain length, and their adjacent member differ by how much? CH2. Because here one extra carbon is there and 2 hydrogen atom is there. Means the adjacent member differ by how much? CH2. All these adjacent member differ by CH2. I will make further clear about all these one thing after writing the definition of homologous series. A group of organic compound having same functional, having same functional group but different different chain length. A group of organic compound having same functional group but different chain length is called what, dear? Is called homologous series. Is called homologous series. Now, example we can take homologous series. Thus, whatever we have written, example here, this also we can write CH4. This is methane. Another C2H6. And this adjacent member differ by how much? CH2. CH2. Because one extra carbon here there is and two hydrogen atom. In the same way, C3H8, C4H10. This methane, ethane, propane, butane, serially. Their adjacent member differ by how much, dear? CH2. Here also adjacent member differ by how much? CH2. Means this homologous series have common difference, that is CH2. Now about that we will discuss in the characteristics of homologous series. Now we are going to study about that only. Again, I want to make you remind, what do you know homologous series? Is a group of organic compound, because here are so many organic compound having same functional group, that we have to know. Having same functional group, here there is CH3 is the functional group. Having the same functional group but different chain length. Chain length is different. Now, characteristics of homologous series. About the important characteristics of homologous series, now we are going to discuss about the characteristics of homologous series. Characteristics of homologous series. Characteristics of homologous series. Now, first characteristics of homologous series, from here only we can write. The adjacent member of homologous series differ by how much? CH2. The adjacent member of the homologous series differ by CH2, means they have the common difference, that is CH2. First that only write. The adjacent members of homologous series differ by CH2. 2 number. Now, these all are hydrocarbon, saturated hydrocarbon. These are similar type of compounds. That's why they have same general method of preparation. That only will write. Very simple thing. They have same general methods of preparation. Same general methods of preparation. One compound, in what way it is prepared, in the same way other compound also can be prepared in the same way. But now we have to know that their molecular weight differ, their melting point, boiling point differ. That we should know, because here is 2 carbon atom, here 1. The molecular weight obviously will differ. It means their physical property differ. That we should know. Their physical properties. Like melting point, boiling point, BP means boiling point, specific gravity, etc. differ. They have this property differ. Now they have same functional group. That already we have written in the definition also, that they have same functional group. That also we can write under these characteristics. They have same functional group. Now they have similar type of chemical properties. That also we should know. They have similar type of chemical properties. About that also we can look. Okay, these are the characteristics of homologous series. One is the adjacent members of the homologous series differ by CH2. They have a common difference, and that they have same general method of preparation. The compounds are of same nature almost, that's why they have same general method of preparation. Their physical properties differ little bit. Melting point, boiling point, specific gravity differ, and they have same functional group that already we have known. We have known about all these things. Okay, now we are going to discuss about alkyl group. This homologous series also become. Now alkyl group we are going to discuss. What do you mean by alkyl group? Now dear, alkyl group means what? Alkyl group. You have to know first of all, here see, let this be CH4. This is CH4 means methane. From here, remove one hydrogen, then what will be result? CH3. Now this is methane, we know, and one hydrogen removed, then here become methyl. Methyl means ANE removed and YL is added. Means the hydrocarbon so formed after the removal of one hydrogen atom from the alkane. These all are what dear? Alkane. Means from the alkane, if one hydrogen is removed, then what is formed? Alkyl. That is alkyl group or alkyl radical is formed. Alkyl group or alkyl radical. Alkyl group or alkyl radical. So what do you mean by alkyl group or alkyl radical? The saturated hydrocarbon. The saturated means single covalent bond between the carbon atom. The saturated hydrocarbon which is formed. The saturated hydrocarbon means between the carbon atom there is single covalent bond. The saturated hydrocarbon which is formed after the removal of one hydrogen atom, only one hydrogen atom here, formed after the removal of one hydrogen atom from alkane is called alkyl group or alkyl radical. Here this is very important. From here you can understand about all these things. Another example also you can take. Here ethane, we know C2H6, one hydrogen removed, then what will be? Minus H. Ethyl means here one hydrogen removed, then C2H5, this is ethyl. Very easy. Alkyl group or alkyl radical. Now we are going to study today our last topic, that is functional group. These all are small topic and important one and very easy. Now functional group we are going to discuss. Alkyl group we have studied, saturated hydrocarbon which is formed after the removal of one hydrogen atom. Means if you remove one hydrogen atom from alkane, that means saturated hydrocarbon, and whatever formed will be, that will be the alkyl group or alkyl radical. Functional group. In functional group, there may be one atom or group of atom. There may be one atom or group of atom. An atom or group of atoms, which determine the chemical behavior of an organic compound. Let's write, it is very easy. An atom or group of atoms. An atom or group of atoms which determine the chemical behavior of an organic compound is called functional group. Again, try to understand what do you mean of functional group. An atom will be, suppose this is the functional group of ether. N atom, there is only one atom oxygen, and if there will be more than one atom, suppose OH, this is the functional group of alcohol. I will make the table also. This is some example. The N atom there is only one atom, or group of atoms. Here is group of atoms which determine the chemical behavior. That means chemical nature of the organic compound is determined by the functional group. Chemical behavior, chemical nature, chemical properties of the organic compound can be determined by the help of functional group. Now about the table of functional group, we are going to make the table of functional group. A table of functional group. Hope you have written these all things. A table of some important functional group. A table of some important functional group. Now here see. First of all, name of the functional group, symbol, and name of the organic compound. 3 columns will make. Name of functional group, name of functional group, symbol, and after that name of organic compound. Name of organic compound.